Chapter 15 Okuni Mushi no Mikoto and the White Hare. This is a popular Japanese folk tale that gives an important message of being kind and helpful to everyone. Long, long ago, there lived a little white hare on the island of Okuni in Japan. Just across the sea was the mainland of Inaba. Oh, how I wish to visit Inaba, yearned the hare. He would go out to the beach and look longingly towards the mainland across the water. One day he said to himself, I hope to find some way of getting across. And then it happened. As usual, the hare was sitting on the shore when a huge crocodile came swimming towards him. Oh, what luck, thought the hare, and at once went over to the crocodile. He began to think of a way to get the crocodile to take him to the mainland. So, in a loud and cheerful voice, he greeted the water creature. Hello, Mr. Crocodile. What a lovely day it is. Is it not? The crocodile swam right up to the shore when he heard the hare's voice. Mr. Hare, was it you who spoke to me just now? Yes, indeed, it was me. It is such a fine day and I came out here to enjoy the bright sunshine. Won't you stop and play with me a while? The crocodile crawled out of the sea and the two played together for some time. Then the hare said, Mr. Crocodile, we are small, but we outnumber your clan. We are mightier than you. Oh no, you hairy one, said the crocodile in a conceited voice. There are more crocodiles than hares. See for yourself. You live on land, while we live in water. There is 3 times more water on earth than land. If all the crocodiles who dwell in the sea get together, you hares will be nothing compared to us. Now to play my trick, thought the hare, he said aloud, I will only believe you if you can prove it. Call all your crocodiles to form a line from this part of the island to the mainland of Inaba and let me see. The crocodile hesitated for a moment and then answered, Of course, I will show you. Then let us bet, said the artful hare. Summon all your crocodiles so that I can count the number from here. The crocodile, who was very simple-minded, agreed willingly. The next moment, the crocodile dived into the sea. He was gone for some time, and when he appeared at last, he had brought with him all his crocodile buddies. Hey, Mr. Hare, said the crocodile, here we are, so many of us. And they all began to arrange themselves in the water to form a bridge between the island of Oki and the mainland of Inaba. The hare could not believe his eyes. He longed to hop and skip with excitement. But he said in a calm and matter-of-fact tone, Great! Now let me count you all. I will walk on your backs to the other side, counting each one of you. Pray please keep still, lest I fall into the water and get drowned. The next moment, the hare hopped onto the first crocodile, counting as he jumped from one to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His last step was a long jump. As soon as he stepped onto the mainland of Inaba, he looked back at the crocodiles with a smirk on his face. Oh, you stupid water creatures, he jeered. Now I am done with you all. And he began to run, but he did not escape so easily. The crocodiles at once understood that they had been tricked and were mad with rage. Right away some of them ran after the hare and caught him. The others followed and surrounded the poor little animal. They clawed at him and pulled out all his fur. The hare cried out aloud and begged to be spared, but with each tuft of fur the crocodiles pulled out, they said, That's what you deserve. When the last bit of fur had been pulled out, the crocodiles left the winning creature on the beach and swam away laughing. The hare was in a pitiful state. His hair were all gone, and his bare body was quivering with pain and bleeding all over. He could hardly move. All he could do was to lie on the beach quite helpless and weep over his misfortune. Just at this time, the king's sons happened to pass by, and seeing the hare on the beach stopped and asked what the matter was. The hare lifted his head and sobbed, "Some mean crocodiles beat me up. They pulled out all my fur and left me here to suffer." Now these young men had a bad and spiteful disposition, but they feigned kindness and said to the hare, "We feel very sorry for you. We know of a remedy for your sore body. Go and bathe in the sea, and then sit out and dry yourself in the sun. Your fur will grow again, and you will be just as well." The hare was only too pleased to have found a cure. He jumped into the sea and then came out to bask in the sun. But as his skin dried, it became drawn and hardened, and the salt burned his raw wounds. The pain was so unbearable that he rolled on the sand, crying in agony. Not long after, another young man passed by, carrying a big bag on his back. When he saw the hare, he stopped and asked, "Why are you crying?" But the poor hare had been deceived once, and was in no mood to talk to another stranger. He did not answer, but continued to cry. This young man had a kind heart. He looked at the hare and said soothingly, "You poor thing, your fur is all pulled out, and your skin is quite red. Who has treated you so cruelly?" Encouraged by the king's words, the hare told him all that had befallen upon him. He then went on to add how he had been deceived by some men who looked very much like his kind friend. "And here I am in great pain," continued the hare, still sobbing. "I am very sorry for all you have suffered, but this is only the consequence of your deceit. I will tell you of a good remedy, but first you must promise not to deceive anyone again." The hare nodded. The young man then told the hare to wash his wounds in the pond nearby. "Wash off all the salt from your body. Then pick some of those kaba flowers that are growing near the edge of the water. Spread them on the ground and roll on them. The pollen on the flowers will help your fur to grow again, and you will be quite well in a while." The hare crawled to the pond and did as he was told. To his amazement, even while he was doing this, the pain ceased, and he saw his nice white fur growing again. He felt so much better. The hare was overjoyed. Gratefully, he hopped to the young man and knelt down before him. "How can I thank you? It is my earnest wish to do something for you in return. Please tell me who you are." "I am no king's son, as you think of me. I am a fairy, and my name is Okuni mushi no mikoto," answered the man. "Those men who passed here before me are my half-brothers. They are going to Iraba to propose to Princess Yakami. They are going to ask her to marry one of them. I am their attendant, walking behind them with this big bag on my back." The hare knelt down before the great fairy, whom many in that part of the land worshipped as a god. "Greetings to you, Okuni mushi no mikoto. How kind you have been to me. I am sure that the princess will refuse your brothers. She will prefer to be your bride for your goodness of heart. I am quite sure that she will ask to be your bride." The good man took no notice of what the hare said, and bidding him good-bye, went on his way quickly and soon overtook his brothers. They were entering the palace of the princess gate. Just as the hare had said, the princess refused to become the bride of any of the brothers. Instead, She looked at the kind brother's face and went straight up to him and said, "Will you marry me, kind angel?" Okuni mushi no mikoto is worshipped by the people in some parts of Japan as a god, and the hare has become famous as the white hare of Inaba. But what became of the crocodiles, nobody knows. Let's understand